Gracious day to you, beautiful beings. Hope you're hope this is all unfolding for you in exactly the most beautiful and perfect way. We're so blessed here. I just have kind of tuned into what's going on, especially over in the Middle East. And, we tend to think of sometimes Middle Easterns as them because they're not Christian or they're not Buddhist or they're not this, they're people. And they many, most of them are living life the way that they have been raised and trying to make a living and have children and feed them. And so I just at some point today, just like to send out some prayers and peace, I am peace, etc. for them. And to kind of go back to, what Gaia said to us last week, which was at this very moment, we're not going to change the minds of men, but we can make a difference in small ways, in small ways. And I'm going to tell you a kind of a cute story. You know, how I love to tell you stories. So I like to swim, and I haven't been because it was very cold, and then it got really warm here. And finally, I got into the pool on Saturday, and it was full. Actually, it was all the lanes were full, and um, because of how I swim, it's almost better that I have my own lane. But people were offering me to share a lane with them, which I thought was very sweet of them. And and one of the women, I'm going to go back in a little bit in that uh, I found this swim hat that has stars on it and kind of galaxies. It might even have some astrological things on it. It's blue with and white. It's very galactic. And I very much love this. And I love it so much. And someone else showed up with that one at one point, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy some of these and hand them out to my swim sisters. There's a lot of women who swim. And so one by one, I've handed them out. But I had two extra ones, and I had one in my bag. And this woman she said, you could come over. There's some room here, in my lane. And, I'll share with you. She's so sincere. And a woman, I was kind of perched in this one lane. She goes, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So I go, I'll stay here. So at some point, how should I say? At some point in all of this woman over here, I believe her name was Robin, um, she uh, said something to me again, and we got out. I sat next to her. I go, you know what? Are you new to the club? Yeah, I'm new. And I go, let me give you one of these special swim hats. And she goes, oh, really? I go, yeah. Then you can be one of the star swimmers. That's what I call this group of women. And yeah, had our picture taken a year or so ago. So I give her the cap, um and then the woman who's gonna get out and give me her lane, I said, I don't have it here, but I've got one more of these. Do you want one? She's like, yeah, I do. So anyway, I give her the hat, and then I get out, and she's sitting there, and she just goes, I gotta tell you, that meant so much to me. That has totally made my day that you are giving me this swim cap. And what I realized was I was saying, hey, why don't you join us? It's not just the gift of the hat, but why don't you join us? And we had quite a lovely conversation, and she wanted to know why I became a chiropractor, how. And long, very interesting story. So, of course, I regaled her with that. So that was cool. And I could feel this flow of gracious generosity that my guidance had said the day before, you know, um, hey, that's a that and it was like be generous. That was the title of the day. And there was some other ways that I got to just to help people out or give things or whatever. Well, the next day, not only did one of my I came to play tennis the next day. Not only did one of my pals bring me a bag of blood oranges, which are just so fabulous to squeeze and freeze. That's what I like to do with them. But I'm on the tennis court and I see this tennis hat. I'm going to put it on for you. I think you're gonna read it backwards, but you're gonna get it. I am 8. I am, and we are 8. I am 8. And of course, 8 of, well, yes, 8 of you showed up today. It's so perfect. I am 8. So it was one of the tennis pros. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where did you get that hat? He goes, oh, I got it, at the tennis thing we went to out in the desert. And I go, well, where would I get one? He goes, well, do you want this one? I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, I just wore it once. I go, yeah. I go, do you want mine? He goes, no, that's okay. You could tell that it had been there. But it was a hat for a hat. But this one, of all the hats, I have another one that says Unity on it. It's from Unity Church and has all the symbols of all the spiritual paths on the planet. But this one I'm not going to wear playing tennis. I'm just going to wear for special moments. So, and then I was just looking on my counter and the person who comes and is my cleaner, she just brought me this load of avocados. So what do? You go around to people, can I give you an avocado? Can I give you an? So there was a sharing of avocados. So there's this thing that happens when you start that flow of generosity, gracious generosity. It's not giving because if I give, maybe you'll like me. No. It's not giving because, oh my God, I think I did something wrong. I better give something. No. It's just, it's just gracious giving. And my feeling is, and it's very interesting, the more that I really, really come to, the office with really charged up and really wanting to help people in more ways than just the adjustment thing. There's a flow that happens there, and people bring me in stuff all the time. It's like a give circle, and sometimes maybe it's the infinity loop. You know what I'm saying? It's really, it's really quite gorgeous itself. And guess what? When you are graciously generous, guess who benefits the most? Because it's this thing in your heart. Your heart kind of opens and you just, it just, and especially if it's received, some people have a hard time receiving. I don't. I learned how to do that. And then you encourage them with love. Just say, hey, no, I want you to have this because I love you, something like that. Or you're just such a kind person. Or, I just noticed you there and you just seem like this would be better for you than me. Hey, what do you think? So there's lots of ways to engage in that. And I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful story. I am for the galactic. I think I came out ahead. Okay, not that that matters. Okay, so the other thing I want to just share is this really simple path. This really, really simple path to awakening. Like what? I want you just to stop for a moment and drop in, assess what do you think one of those things are on the path to awakening. And I say the path because I think we wake up in this kind of very interesting way. And sometimes we wake up by going through the hardest challenges of our lives. The hardest challenges, if we take all these tools that we've gathered from the IC and all your other practices, those give you the ahas. So tune in for a moment, just for yourself, and then I'll share you what guidance gave to me. Mm, mm. So just sit with those. Sit with those, hold them close to your heart. And I'll just share these kind of four, just they're just so key because they're broad. They're broad. I love that they're broad. So the first one is release attachment. And that can apply to so much. A release attachment to trauma. All the traumas you've had, I think I've showed you. You can hold the points here and the points here, and you can kind of wind through it, redream it, release it. It's a weight. Traumas are weight on us. And one, two, three, redream it, and then go, oh my gosh, but what was my key lesson? Why? And then you go, well, why did I create that happening? Because you on some level stepped into a life that participated in creating the traumas. I know I was probably 90% responsible for most of the traumas I experienced in some way or another. I take responsibility for it. So we can be attached to trauma, we can be attached to emotions. Mm, someone makes you angry. You know what we say, observe, resolve, dissolve, evolve. And you're releasing your attachment to having to be right, right? We get angry because we want to be right. We get sad because we're attached to something or someone. And we're fearful because we're attached to how this world is, and maybe we won't survive. Okay, so there's many other ways that I can speak to releasing attachment, but people, places, and things, we get attached to them. And never, ever, ever do this to yourself because you're attached to something. Judge not, lest ye be judged. But just judge not, because that's an attachment as well, right? It's attachment. I'm right, you're wrong. Instead, instead of being attached to someone, just love them. Just love them. Love them unconditionally. Mm-hmm. Mm. And sometimes we have to let go of something or someone first, right? You just, like, I really want this, I really want that from someone. You just got to let go and let it flow. And then at some point you're in that beautiful state of non-attachment. There's detachment and non-attachment. We're in a state of non-attachment. And you go, I'm just sending you love and blessings. You know, I would say if you have any exes in your life, formers, as they say, I like that, what they say in Germany. If you have any formers, even going back to former friends and former relationships, take a moment today, write it out, just send them blessings. If you feel like it, send them love. Send them love on the quantum. You know, this is this is so important because we don't want anything that is pulling you back to this 3D realm that you don't choose. If you choose to come back here, that's different, but you don't want to have to come back. So that's A. Now, a lot of times I've said, live in the moment, right? There's an upgrade to that. Live the moment. Take that in. Live the moment. Right here, right now. And to do that, sometimes you have to pause. In a way, you're participating in the moment. If you want to be awakened, you are participating in the moment as the one. Live the moment as the one. It's very powerful. And you must still the mind to do that. There you go. Awesome. Live the moment as the one. Just saying that, creates the moment, doesn't it? So powerful. While you're there, when you can drop into those, love as the one. So, we tend to love with attachment. Sometimes that attachment is, oh, I just love you so much. Or I love you, but am I feeling that love coming back? Or are we on the same, or, oh, I just, love that couch. I mean, we just use that word a lot. But when you have the opportunity, and sometimes you could even practice it if you're like sending out blessings to people. Love as the one. Love as the one. And sometimes you have to start as being you, and loving. So, our love, love, love. I was again writing about it last night, and you love yourself first. You find that way to love yourself as the one. And you feel that exchange. It's interesting. Love is a isness, but it's also a very interesting connective force. It flows back and forth, doesn't it? You feel loved, you feel love. You experience love, you love. You love, and then you feel the love of the universe coming through you. And this is an enormously powerful awakening tool. Enormously, enormously powerful. Okay, so we're gonna feel into that and play with that and be as one with that. The last one is very interesting. And it's directive. It's very directive, and it is ascend. Ascend as a frequency. So here I am, I'm resonating, as solidity in time. I'm aware of my energetic presence. And as I link with you in interconnectivity, that's a dimensional frequency. And then I can align with my avatar frequency as avatar, and there I am. So just in that sequence, there is a frequency ascension modality. It's a spiraling up. It's a spiraling up. Sometimes I will awaken in the night. There's always work to do. There's always work to do. But at the end of the work, they'll go say, lift up. I hear it. Lift up. I'm like, okay, lift up. And then I just intend this ascension, right? Now I don't lift off the bed. I don't. I have levitated off a table once, that much. I know the sensei. No, I didn't get to do that. But lift up. And it's an intention. And I kind of say, okay. And then I somehow express that as a frequency. It's like that. So these were given to me. I'm not making these up. These were very specifically given to me yesterday. The other thing too that we have to do is we have to dream ourselves awake, because we get really sucked into the 3D have to do thing. Oh my gosh, don't we? I mean, I wake up in the morning and I go, you know, and then there's some days where I get to go, okay, now what? And that puts me into the moment. I open to the moment. I open to the guidance coming through for the moment. And then every once in a while, I stop the world and just be the moment. But I have to make that conscious choice to do it. I'm not at the place yet where it just happens, because. So we all have to make our conscious choices. Um, so, and hey, how are we going to remember? Well, maybe put reminders around. We've spoken about this before. You choose. It can be a vase of flowers. It can be, a view out the window. It can be a thought about someone precious in your life. This is a practice. And I say practice towards perfection. Always moving to that. Yeah, there's some other things. Yeah, I think I'll save that. But just this idea that we are participating in the multiverse. It's infinite. Infinite choices unfolding as we observe and put our attention there. So we're co-creating this multiverse in so many different ways that we can't even conceive. And that's where it could get fun. That's where it could get really interesting and where, you know, you could create someone actually, this is a vitamin company. I am 8. And even if I just go like this, I am, it's perfect. But the 8 also is infinity. And interestingly enough, I am an 8 on the inning. Well, I am an 8 neurologically, so it's all perfect. So look for those moments of perfection, have a giggle. Okay. All right. All right. We are being called in. We're being called in. And so let's take a breath in. Take some, take a moment here to resolve and dissolve anything that's kind of tittering around in your brain. Just say, oh, yeah, I'll get to you later. Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, I'm letting go of that. Just however it is that you can stop the world for our moments now, forthcoming moments. And we begin with our love, 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 love. And should you ever be, kind of stuck on something because someone called you right before you got on, just do your triple loves. Do the bust the ego, love, 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 love. Okay, love, right? Yeah. Permission granted from the universe. Okay, so love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. And you are one. Allow that to pulse in your field. And turn around and say, ah, I am one. I am one. And as you pulse that possibility and realization through your system, through your consciousness, through your frequency, I am one. Mm. Mm. I hear, as you say that, you assume a responsibility to wake up. This is on us. It's a responsibility to wake up. I am one. And if you stop the mind, you might sense or feel the pulse of that awakening emanating into you and through you. I am one. It's a waveform. And then say, I am the one. I am one. I am the one. I am one. I am the one. I am the one. I am one. This is a very, very sacred and holy invocation. And bring this through the center of your vein, through your central channel, right into the root of your awareness. As the one, I am one. As the one, I am one. I awaken as the one. And allow that awaken to filter through your vehicle, your entire vehicle, as the one I awaken. Because this is what is happening. We are not separate from the one. We are the one. As the one, I awaken in the moment, this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. As the one, I awaken. Mm. So in a way, what I'm receiving here is as you intend and affirm and declare, as the one, I awaken, you are bringing through this awareness into a denser form of awareness. It's all the one, it's just a denser frequency. This is why we want to elevate and ascend our consciousness. For as we awaken, reality around us awakens. And what I'm getting as a suggestion now is that we just take the next moments to hardwire this into our consciousness. And so the suggestion is put a number to that and say that 20 to 30 times now. Perhaps write it later into a notebook or a journal. As the one, I awaken now. As the one, I awaken now. As the one, I awaken now. And then as we're doing this, now we start to collectively connect and pulse this as the one. I awaken now. We're hardwiring it, shall we say, into our collective field as the one. I awaken now as the one. I awaken now as the one. I awaken now. As the one, I awaken now. Okay, very good. And now we expand into our field of influence, our region, shall we say. And we connect with all the beautiful crystalline beings and all frequency modulators who are participating, all avatars that have been invited, installed, all frequency I am, and anyone who is sensing, feeling the call. We just link them all in now, especially with those beautiful crystalline anchors. As the one, I awaken now. As the one, I awaken now. As the one, I awaken now. The one now awakens. The one now awakens. The one now awakens. And feel free to link in your circles, your life circles here, family, friends, cohorts. And its moment awakes, and then the next moment awakes, and then the next moment, and then the next moment. And with you, oh, there we go. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. And in some aspect of you your frequency, your life that is on the edge right here, right now to up level. It's just the next moment for you and allow. The big word here is allow. Allow that. Lift. Just nodding the head and saying yes. Yes, of course. Mm. Mm. And the word is allow that word awake to rattle around in your field, your consciousness, and nudge. Nudge some letting go, some resolution, some dissolution, anything that might be weighing you down. Yeah, awake, 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 awake. Mm. And once again, beautiful beings, a blessing comes through for you. It could be guidance, it could be something coming in, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, insight, love. I'm open to receive that blessing. I open to receive the blessing. I open to receive the blessing. I open. Mm. Mm. Bring it together, bring it together, bring it into your heart. Receive, receive, receive. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's no question about deserving because you are one. You are one awakening as the one. Mm. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mm. Just reminded, we've just been so programmed. that God is up there separate from us, and we're just struggling to be good enough. No. And that word awake, I want you to consider just throughout the day going, awake, mm-hmm, awake. Yes, awake. And you're saying yes to one. Mm-hmm. And you you each might have a slight variation of all these choices that we had. And I'm really sorry that we didn't get to get these exactly recorded, but it'll be here for us. Um, hmm. Well, yeah, what I hear is continue on your path of awakening. Awake. And accept that you have come thus far. Far being a distance, far being 3D, but really frequency wise. And I'm gonna be happy for you at the little things that are gonna manifest for you. There's gonna be some little manifestations. And I also want to say that as we live this life where we have, when you receive something also, emanate some kind of peace, some kind of I don't know, energy to those who don't have all that we have here. Yeah. And just sending some of that oneness possibility out to all those who are being affected by aggression, internally and externally. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Blessings to all here from Shelley, of course. She's a good communicator. Oh, and the blessing of telepathy is very high right now, and that's from our Marilyn. So let's be open to engaging that, to seeing, hearing, or communicating and telepathically. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, blessed beings, we will gather again, shall we not? And we will listen and abide. Listen and abide. Namaste.